Welcome, Queen. Why is he lying to me? Have you ever been there? Relationship lies. Yeah, if you've ever been there, if you ever found yourself wondering, this man didn't just lie to me. Why? Just know I've been there too. It's extremely frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, when we out here with dating, we trying to get to know people. The last thing we want to find out, especially when we didn't put our trust in them, is that they lied. So I'm sure if you're watching this, you can think back to a time that a man that you was interested in, maybe even a man that you're dating right now, had lied to you, right? And if you like me, you wanted to know why. And so today I'm going to share with you four typical reasons. These not all of them now, but typically these four, that's why. Brace yourself for number one. Brace yourself and know sometimes the truth hurts. Here it is. Because he could. I know. Because he could. Now, if you think back, just think back with me for a moment. Go down memory lane of your life. And think back to a time where you maybe did something underhanded, did something undercover, and you was like, well, ain't nobody gonna know. I'm gonna do this here because I can. I can get away with it, so I'm gonna do it. Whether that was overestimating on your taxes so you can get that bigger refund check, or even hitting the gas when you saw yellow. That yellow light came up and you thought to yourself, you know what? If I speed up just a little bit, I can make this yellow. I know yellow means slow down, but I'm going to speed up so I don't have to catch that red. Yeah, you knew you could. You knew you could. It's simple as that. Number two, the second common reason the man you're dating, the man you're interested in, most likely is lying because he didn't think he was going to get caught. He didn't think he was going to get caught. Typically, the object of lying is not to get caught. So the fact that he got caught doesn't change the fact that he didn't think he was going to get caught. And in his mind, he can rationalize, he can tell himself, I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want her to feel bad. And if I just tell this convincing story, if I tell it right, I ain't gonna get caught. And so it's gonna be like I never even did it in the first place. Cause she ain't gonna know. She ain't gonna catch me. Yeah. And I know you saying, but I caught him though. He know I lied. I know. But here's the thing. Even though you caught him, he would rather uphold that lie because at that point, now his ego is involved. Because now he faced with the reality that he wasn't as good at lying as he thought he was. Yeah, you didn't call him. And so now his ego then took over, is running the show. And he's saying, you know what? I'm going to uphold this lie. Yes, I am. Because, hey, I don't want to deal with typical reason number three that they lie. Yeah. And you know what that is? To take an easy out. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't make it right, but sometimes lying is just the easier way out. Yeah, it's just easier than having to face the consequences of your actions. And so he lies because he's saying to himself, I don't want to deal with the ramifications of the truth. Because sometimes the truth is heavy. And sometimes the truth will cause you to have to be in the hot seat to deal with the consequences of your actions. So he's saying rather than doing that, hey, I just rather lie. So with reason number three, taking that easy out, it's not even about you. The focus is not even on you. It's about him. It's about how he feels. It's about what he's trying to avoid. And he doesn't want to suffer the consequences of his actions. So he lies. And number four, please take a breath with number four. Please do. And hear me out. you allow it. I know. You thinking, what? I do not. I do not allow him to lie to me. Tell me something else. But listen, if you thinking that, let me share this with you. I didn't say you control what he does. You don't control him. He controls what he does. But you, Queen, you control what you accept from him that he does. So I ask you this. When he lies, and you know he did, you know that you know that you know that he done lied, what do you do about it? With your words and your actions that show him that, hey, lying to me is unacceptable. I'm not going to accept this. This is not how I want my relationships to be. If you get mad, if you scream, if you cry, if you shout, if you say it's over, and then take him back when he's shown no remorse or improvement, if you put him out of the bedroom for the night or say, hey, you ain't getting none tonight, no red light special for you, you know, that's a bad idea in the first place for you to be doing. But I mean, this is 2023, so it's possible. Here you are communicating. Lying to you, it's okay. So yes, he does control him. But like I said, you control what you accept from him. And any man that can't or refuses to be truthful with you, he does not respect you. So remember, lying is something that we all have done for one reason or another. Still, it's not the right thing to do. And no relationship formed with lies or on lies has the foundation and the strength to last a lifetime. So, being with a liar, it's something voluntary that you do that wastes your time. As always, I'm Sam telling you, 24 hours doesn't seem long, but in 24 hours you could change your life. So go ahead and do something life-changing now.